If you're loving that Taylor Swift music, now is the time to speak out. The radical right wants to make it illegal to listen to Taylor Swift. Don't let them. Show them what you love. Show them that you're loving that Taylor Swift music. Speak out by going to DuncanTrussell.com/shop. Show them who you love before it's too late. I'm loving that Taylor Swift music.
Loving that Taylor Swift music. If we don't say it, we may lose it.
Hi, folks. If you're watching this the week of October 18th, please come and catch me at the Wilbur in Boston. I usually do clubs. This is a gigantic theater, famous comedy theater. I can't wait to go there. And if you're living in Boston, come out and see me. Again, I'll be at the Wilbur. You can find all of my dates at DuncanTrussell.com. Greetings, friends. It's me, Duncan, and this is the Duncan Trussell Family Hour podcast. Now, I love William Montgomery. I love having him as a guest, but usually I don't put guests on right after they've been on the show. But in this case, I had to do it. I was at the mothership in the green room, and William was giving a lecture on some bullshit about how he can predict elections, and it seemed like such incredible horse shit that I had to invite him back on the show to share this horse shit with all of you. You probably know William from Kill Tony. He is a regular on the Kill Tony show. Also, he is a really hilarious comedian. And so if you are watching this on the week of October 18th, go to William's website, which will be down here, or if you're listening, it'll be in the episode description at DuncanTrussell.com, and go check out William's show. I think he's coming to Portland. He's got a lot of shows coming out, and he is so funny, and I really hope you'll come and watch him. Also, I would love for you to revisit the shop at DuncanTrussell.com. We have brand new designs up that I hope you will enjoy. These are really great t-shirts that I've been designing, and I would love for you to check them out. I'm learning how to draw, how to do digital art, which is this brand new thing that people have been doing, where instead of using a paper and a pen, you can do art on your computer now, which is crazy. So check out the new shirts at DuncanTrussell.com. Just click on the shop. And also, in November, I'm going to start memberships for the DTFH. So if you're watching this in November and you want ad-free episodes of the DTFH, just sign up to be a member. That's on my YouTube. Or if you listen to the audio, you can find commercial-free episodes at patreon.com/DTFH. And now welcome back to the DTFH comedian, political and analyst, I guess, William Montgomery. William!
Duncan.
Welcome back to the DTFH.
Thank you so much for having me again. It is such a pleasure, and what a nice day. What a nice day it's been.
Dude, are you into astrology?
Big time.
Okay. This is like the Austin Chronicle gang. The best source for astrology.
That's where I look. I love the Austin Chronicle.
Okay, so let's see here. Let's do some astrology to start. I know it's a weird way to start it off, but I know you are a fellow lover of astrology.
Yeah. What is mine? I was born January 26th, so that is Aquarius. How is mine?
Let me look here. For those of you interested in looking, honestly, you probably will see this later. But this is astrology for October 18th to October 24th.
Okay.
So if you're watching this, if somehow we get this released the week of the show, then this could apply to all the Aquarius people out there.
Yes.
Aquarius. You are ready to graduate to a higher octave of maturity and wisdom about everything related to love, romance, and sex. Expect more nocturnal emissions. What is a nocturnal emission?
It's where I think you have a dream, and maybe you're kissing on somebody, or maybe there is sexual contact or what have you.
A wet dream.
Yes.
Oh, it's a nice way to say wet dream.
Yeah. Well, that's weird about that, though, Duncan, because I swear on Sunday, this past Sunday, I was laying on the couch and my girlfriend was sitting beside me kind of close and my shirt pulled up. And I didn't move or anything, and so it's a ghost. So that's a weird thing to hear because I swear that literally happened on Sunday, and my shirt moved up when I was thinking about playing Call of Duty.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You know what they say? Millionaires use financial advisors. Billionaires use astrologists.
Yeah, it
This
makes
stuff
sense.
works. What's yours, Josh?
Virgo.
Virgo.
Oh, from the big island. I just knew a Virgo from
What?
Jamaica. Just a guy, some nice guy I met when I used to work at seriously, as a guy named Virgo. So every time I hear
his name was
Virgo.
Virgo.
Yeah, and he was a Jamaican guy. So every time I hear Virgo.
Virgo!
Oh, from the big island.
Let's see. I once had a Virgo girlfriend. She was talented, hardworking, meticulous, organized, health conscious, and resourceful. She also hated it when I had her poodle euthanized while she was at work. She didn't understand that the dog was suffering, but I could tell based on its astrological predictions or what the fuck?
That was a weird one, and that was for Virgo. So you need to be careful this week. I think that just means be careful.
Do you have pets?
Yeah, my wife is constantly trying to kill my 14-year-old cat. So
There you go. There you go.
Super weird.
Super weird. Yeah. That's Rob Bresney. Thank you, Rob. Very accurate. Very interesting.
Yeah, keep up the good work, Rob. Seriously, he does do a
thank you,
good
Rob.
job.
I don't know. I can't imagine that the Austin Chronicle is paying you what you deserve, but I've made a lot of big life decisions based on your column, and I really do appreciate your hard work. So thank you. Dude, look, I like, and for everybody watching, I do not like getting political on the DTFH. I don't think it's a political podcast. I don't have a political mind. But I was hanging out with William at the green room of the mothership, and he revealed something about himself that I don't think a lot of people know, which is that as a hobby, you analyze elections and
Yes. A political prognosticator is what I like to refer to it as. I've been a political prognosticator. My sweet grandfather, Rusty Vance, rest in peace, down from Mississippi, he always would do that for the elections. He would always have different ways he would analyze what was going on currently in the country, just all different things to analyze. And he really got me in it. I mean, it was a hard time. It was when I was living back down in Mississippi and things were not looking good at the time. I was getting laid off from jobs left and right. And I really got into communication with Peepaw, as I called him, and he kind of ended up teaching me how to analyze just the general situation of the political climate. So it's been a lot of fun. I mean, we are really close. What are we, a couple weeks away? 2 or 3 weeks away right now from...
when is the... Josh, what date?
November 4th.
November
4th. Okay.
So it's coming up, and like, man, I gotta tell you, these fucking campaign ads, they are
crazy.
I'm so sick of them, man. Like, I'm so ready for this shit to be over. Just like every time you turn on the TV, it's another campaign ad, and they're so toxic.
Horribly toxic, and they're, quite frankly, I don't know, it's the more toxic you get, I think you can start alienating people. And it's like, how many people are... I saw one, I was in Ohio kind of recently, and I saw one there for somebody running for something, and it was somebody did a thing where they caught on fire by a bathtub. What is that called when somebody catches on fire?
Spontaneous combustion.
Yes, it was a spontaneous combustion.
Yeah.
Something about bathtubs, and then it morphed into this political thing, and it made me want to throw up. It made me want to turn off the television.
I know, man. It just feels like they're resorting to like just fear tactics to try to get us to vote, man. It's just so fucked up, man. Well, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. You told me that you have predicted the last 3 presidents.
Yes.
And I don't believe you.
Yeah, no, Duncan, it's crazy.
You can lie about that. I feel like you're trolling me.
No. It's something I don't like to bring up because I feel like people aren't even going to believe me. But now you've been so nice to let me come on here and kind of describe, because I really do have a system. I literally have been able to pick the past 3 presidents.
Here's what I feel like. This is what I feel like. And this is why I asked you to come back on the show. And I love you. I love you as a friend. I love you. I love you in a lot of ways. And the reason I am bringing you on the show is because not only do I not believe you, I don't appreciate you trolling me. Like, I know you're a troll and you're good at it. And so I just want publicly for you to display. You guys have to understand. Like, it wasn't like he just said it's like I
have a whole system.
Well, he gave a green room ear beating for like an hour and 20 minutes regarding these fucking medallions or some shit.
Yeah, the medallions. That's how I do it. My sweet grandfather, Rusty, rest in peace. He had his were called tenants, but I thought I didn't want to do exactly what his was, even though I take a lot from him. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I started calling them medallions because it just seems like a medallion is something. If you pick something, if you see something shining on the ground, a medallion would be a good thing for it to be, not just a bottle cap or something, like a medallion.
Okay.
It's probably worth some money.
Your medallions. But
yeah, that's how I came up with that.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
The plot thickens. So the next day, William sends me some shit he's cooked up, which I'm still convinced is a troll, but it's a very detailed troll. And because we are approaching the elections, now you can put your money where your fucking mouth is.
Yeah, we will see how accurate I am. Again, let's go 4-0. I think there's a strong chance I'm going to go 4-0.
Okay. So
come November 4th?
November 4th.
Yes, come November 4th.
You don't even know the date, but you're predicting the fucking elections. You would think you would need to know the date.
You can't. You have to you have to stand up sometimes. You can't just be down in the weeds. You can't have your face down in the weeds all the time. Every now and again, you have to stand up and analyze what's going on around you. And I've been standing up analyzing.
Okay, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and let's just show the folks this system. Can you pull up the
you sent it to me,
or whatever
right?
the fuck it is, the thing you sent? So, all right. So tell me what I'm looking at here. William Montgomery's 5 Medallions of Liberty.
So this is, yes, William Montgomery's 5 Medallions of Liberty. Again, I've been able to get the past 3 presidents very accurately using the system, if you want to call it a system. But we have, yes, 5 medallions, 5 different ways to analyze the election, 5 ways to analyze what's going on to figure out who our next president is going to be.
Okay. So where did you come up with these medallions?
It came to me, 2 of them came to me in a dream one night.
Okay.
Because I had been trying to, sometimes when I get in a certain headspace, I can start dreaming about that. I can be in that headspace in my dreams. And I was able to come up with, 2 of them in dreams. And actually, number 1 and number 2, those came to me in a dream, just the analyzing.
What is that? Number 1 is that a skeleton, an orange skeleton? Is that a pump? What is that? A pumpkin?
So number 1 is.
Can you pull up the?
Yeah.
You know, Christmas is a coming. It's happening. I saw a Christmas tree in a window. We are already putting up Christmas lights. And you know my favorite Christmas carol? It's the little drummer boy. This poor little drummer boy goes to Jesus. He says, I don't have a gift to give you, but I'll play you my drum. Now, I think if that happened to me, I mean, I'm assuming the parents were around like, don't. The baby is sleeping. You will not play the fucking drum for my kid. Where is the gift? But in this carol, if you haven't heard it, it's called The Little Drummer Boy. He plays the drum, baby Jesus smiles. And if only that little drummer boy had known about Uncommon Goods. Instead of going there with his little drums, he could have bought Jesus a Bluetooth banana phone. Think about that. I wonder what the Bible would be like if Jesus had a banana. It looks like a banana, but it Bluetooths to your phone. Do you understand what this means for dadding? Do you realize how as soon as my banana phone comes, I'm going to be blowing the minds of 3 children who already think I take calls from Santa Claus on my banana. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. Like, is that good that they think that they can call people on a banana? I mean, is that going to be like, what if they're in danger and like, instead of finding an actual phone, they just go to the fruit bowl and try to call the cops? But regardless, I'm excited about my banana phone. And this is one of the many, many incredible gifts you can find at Uncommon Goods, today's sponsor. No more gift cards. Promise me that. Just no more gift cards. It's easy. Go to Uncommon Goods and check it out. They have a lot of really cool stuff. People like me like banana phones, but they have everything. You want to get something beautiful, sophisticated, and cool for someone? They've got that. You want a banana phone? Not that isn't sophisticated. Depends on who you're calling. But you can get that too. When you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. Many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches, so shop now before they sell out this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. They are the most meaningful, out-of-the-ordinary gifts anywhere, aka banana phones. They even have gifts you can personalize. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/Duncan. That's uncommongoods.com/Duncan for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary. Okay.
So
okay, it's a pump. Yeah. Pumpkin.
Yes.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Yes, jack-o'-lantern. So number one is you cannot be a president up to this point has not been born in October.
Okay.
So it's weirdly enough.
All right, let's pull up Donald Trump's birthday.
Yeah, let's see. Because again, I don't know how it works. And again, that was one that it came to me in a dream. I feel like that's maybe disingenuous saying that. It made me, I thought of that in my dream.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe a certain month no president has ever been born in. And then I went down, did my due diligence, and I figured out nobody had ever been born in October who was a president before.
Okay, so we got Donald J. Trump, born
he's June.
June, okay.
So he is okay for this.
Let's pull up Kamala Harris.
So he is okay for number one. And again, check me, fact check me, whatever. But I'm telling you, I've already done this October 20th. So again, I swear people are already going to think I'm goofing around or something, but look at it. October 20th.
I think some people are going to think this is like a partisan thing you're doing. Like
no, and not at all. I try to totally stay in the middle of stuff. I am not. I swear, this is not.
So
this
it's
is not partisan
reflecting who you want to be
whatsoever.
president. It's not reflecting any political ideology.
Not whatsoever. It's literally the tenets. It's the medallions.
Okay. So, and the medallions are not partisan.
No, not at all.
Okay, so tell me about number two. What do we got there?
And I'll just say number one, just because Kamala was born in October, that doesn't necessarily mean she's going to lose, but let's analyze these other things and we will figure it out. But that already, though, for me is a red flag. I swear it's a red flag already.
Fair enough. So, well, holy shit. There you go. Number two, born in a warm month.
So number two, yes, born in a warm month. And again, this was another one that it was that same dream I had. I think to myself, oh, I wonder if they're all the same month. And then I think, wait, if they all are around around the same general months, maybe they're all born. And I do my research, and in fact, all presidents have been born in a warm month.
That is fascinating. Can you? Okay, I'm going to test you on this. Can you pull up Abraham Lincoln's birthday?
Yep, let's see. And again, some people might argue this a little bit because obviously some places warm months will start in different. I mean, if we're talking in Texas, there's a lot of warm months. But
let's see, when's his birthday?
February 12th?
No, he was born in March.
So that's if you are in
office in March. When was he born? Maybe look up Lincoln's birthday. I'm surprised that's not.
February 12th.
Wait, February 12th is not a warm month.
No.
But
in Kentucky,
1809.
1809, however.
So 1809, I'm just reading a book on the Civil War. This is so interesting. 1809 had like anomalous weather, and that was a very hot winter.
Yeah, I think it was an El Nino system or something, especially in Kentucky.
Fascinating, man. This is so fascinating.
So, again, some people this is where people will come in and say, oh, well, that's kind of a weird one because Texas, there's a lot of warm months, and maybe somewhere else it's a lot of cold months. So I get it. Somebody might kind of come at me a little bit for that one, but I stick with it. Wait, Donald...
Something weird has happened, and I think I don't mean to get woo-woo here.
Wow.
But when you're doing, I've noticed that anytime on my podcast where I get into the mystical, weird shit just happens.
Yeah.
And my chair just dropped.
I heard that.
Did you see that, Josh?
I got it on camera.
Dude.
You got that on camera?
Yeah.
Wait.
See, this is the kind of shit that happens when you start getting into
And I had something move my shirt the other night on Sunday. Well, it was in the middle of the day. That's true.
Goosebumps.
And your chair went down. So again, on the first one always stands up. Second one can be kind of wishy-washy. Okay. Again, depending on specifics.
So it's not like any one medallion. You're saying it's like when you get this set of medallions together, that is how you would predict who the...
So maybe one or two. As long as you have a majority of the medallions, then I take that as a real strong indicator.
Okay.
That somebody's going to win over, somebody's going to beat the other person.
So tell me about number 3. We've got like a little gray dog there. What is that?
Yeah, Mu Ding. It is a sweet hippopotamus who happens to be wonderful at being able to predict who our next president of the United States is going to be. Now, Mu Ding has a real small mama. That's why you can tell, because normally hippopotamuses are real giant, scary creatures, but Mu Ding's mama is really small, and they think that's why Mu Ding is staying around this size for many years. Normally, hippopotamus are a lot
it's a dwarf.
bigger.
So a zoo worker plays with a female dwarf hippopotamus.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's like a toy hippopotamus.
So they don't have to worry about you eating people, because a lot of the times a hippopotamus eats people in these
deadly.
different countries.
I think they're the cause of like they kill more people per year than like sharks. They kill more people per year than like any other animal, I'm pretty sure. Can you Google that up? Like hippopotamus, how many people?
I think they are the most deadly.
Hippopotami kill a year.
Have you ever seen a video of them swimming? Because they don't actually swim. You know what they do?
No.
They're so heavy that they run on the bottom of the lake or river. They run on the bottom and they can hop up and get air. So they're doing
terrifying.
that. And so they're running at you underwater, and then they're eating you, and they have those 4 big tusk teeth.
And so it's a horrible death because they just rip you apart.
Woo!
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 Woo! Accounts recording the number of human deaths per year by hippo attack range from about 500 to 3,000.
That is...
It is thought that hippo attacks on small boats are anti-predator behavior, with the hippos mistaking them for crocodiles. As a result, hippos have long had a largely undeserved reputation as aggressive animals. What do you mean undeserved? They kill between 500 and 3,000. That is a deserved reputation. Jesus Christ.
But they have bird friends. See that one? They have a nice relationship with the birds. The birds.
Those aren't birds. Those are cuts.
Those are birds on the cut. The birds help. They're buddies.
The birds are feasting. They're burrowing into the hippo. They're trying to kill it.
I hope not.
Why? Well, Jesus.
Look, that one's eating a lion.
Can you pull up the one attacking the... Jesus. Jesus Christ. These fuckers are deadly. Let's scroll down and look. Jesus.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. But again,
can you pull up that one of the guy running away from the hippo? Jesus Christ.
And that guy got both of his legs
pull
taken
up the guy,
off.
the injured man. Oh my fucking God. He ripped his legs off. Look at him. You can see it's got him right there. And he's
Are those real pictures?
look at the hippo is smiling. And then look at this little baby hippo taking a chunk out. Is that Muding?
That's Muding. When Muding was younger. Muding, again, is totally leveling out. Muding picks the president.
Look at this. Look at this. The hippo biting the croc on the... Can you scroll down? Look at that. Just chomping a gator.
Yeah, that's Muding.
And they look at this. Pull up they seem to be at war with alligators and people.
They got a lot going on. People forget about the hippopotamus, the plight of the hippopotamus.
Why is it a plight? Can you pull up they're winning? It seems to me they're winning.
Well, look down there. That guy's shooting them. They get killed by trophy hunters.
I mean, it seems like we get killed. Can you look up how many hippos are killed per year by hunters? Because I want to see who's winning this war.
Yeah, I've never even thought about it. Who is winning the war?
It's clearly a war. Jesus Christ. Hundreds being shot each year. Hundreds being shot each year. They kill up to 5,000 people a year. So
hippos are winning the war.
Hippos are winning the war.
They're winning the war. Okay, so hundreds is not too bad.
I guess mosquitoes kill more people than hippos.
Skeety. Did you ever call them skeeties?
All the time. Little skeeties. Little skeet. You know, when I lived up in Louisiana for a little while.
Yeah.
On the Bayou.
Oh.
Yes, and in a little hut by the Bayou with my family. My stepfather was a Cajun fisherman, and those are some really great times, man. But my stepbrother, 3 years old, and he was consumed by mosquitoes. Like it was the most fucked up thing. I had to go to therapy for it.
Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
You were there?
Well, I mean, it was the morning, and, he hadn't come out. Every morning it was fish. You do get sick of that shit. But we went into his room, and you opened the door. I'll never forget it. Just mosquitoes just flew out.
What, did he sleep with the window open or something? Or how'd they get in?
He didn't mean, he's 3.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's kind of my stepdad's fault because he would put him to bed.
And he left the window open.
And he left the window open to crack. And just like so many mosquitoes got in there, and the poor kid had like been fishing and had gotten like a bunch of fishing hooks stuck in his body, and because it was late at night, and because like when you live on the bayou, there's no cars, so my stepdad thought it made more sense to take him to the hospital the next day. And so we just put a bunch of bandages and Novocaine and stuff
in his little fingers. I'm sure it was hard for him to get the little fish hooks and the minnows or the worms. I'm sure a 3-year-old has tiny little fingers, and your stepdad was really making him do that?
Bayou, it's the Bayou life. It's the Bayou life. We do things different out there on the Bayou.
Yeah.
And,
respect.
Zydeco music.
I love some Zydeco. Yeah.
Well, I don't anymore because that's what was playing. Because when we had the fish breakfast, he would always play fucking Zydeco. And so we're listening to Zydeco. And I remember at first when my mom fell in love with him and left my dad for him, I remember like enjoying the Zydeco all the time.
Was he a Cajun person? Was
yes,
he of Cajun ancestry or descent?
What, incest?
Whatever Cajun is.
Did you say incest?
No, like ancestry
stereotype.
or not in. No, not incest.
Well, okay. Before he married my mom, he was in a relationship with his sister. So technically it would be considered incest, but things are different on the Bayou. And,
Was she nice?
I never met her. She died.
Oh.
Fishing accident right before he married my mom. They were out on a boat or whatever. And I don't know, I guess she fell in and drowned, which is crazy because she's like on the Bayou, you know how to swim. Everyone does. But yeah, she passed away and he had an insurance policy out on her, which, actually gave me a pretty nice childhood, which is why I kind of have mixed emotions.
Yeah.
talking.
I'm sure stuff like that's hard.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was. He was grieving when he met my mom, and anyway, blah blah blah.
And that can be a bad time to meet somebody. Probably.
I agree,
and
man.
it's like, where are you in the mix? You're probably just a sweet little guy, and you're just tagging along with your freaking mom. And it's like she meets this Cajun guy down in freaking Louisiana, the Bayou. I mean, I feel for you, man.
Thank you.
That's a hard deal.
Yeah, it's kind of can of worms we're opening here.
Yeah, no, I'm so sorry. And it's so weird about Louisiana because Carville, that political prognosticator, I have been more accurate using my system than Carville. And he's, I think, a Louisiana guy.
He lived right up the Bayou from us.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, his family did. Yeah, well, yeah, anyway, we just opened the door, a bunch of mosquitoes came out, and it's just like, it didn't look like Stefan anymore. It just looked like a kind of mummy with fish hooks and like its little withered appendages. Like they completely
sucked all his blood.
Like all of his blood. All of his blood. And that Zydeco music playing and the sound of the mosquitoes, like I literally feel nauseous right now. Like I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Did that make it so you can't listen to, because what is Zydeco music? What does it have, like an accordion sound in it?
It's an accordion sound. It's like...
Yeah. With the accordion and
it's got an accordion.
Kind of like German music, but it's not like German music, and it's not like mariachi music either. Whoa.
It's just... I know, it is...
We don't have to, Duncan, we don't have to talk about it. I didn't even...
I'm sorry.
You never even told me that about your freaking poor little brother.
I don't know. It's hard for me to bring it up. I'm trying not to do this shit on the podcast anymore.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Well, I didn't bring it up, remember? Duncan?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I didn't bring it up.
I don't blame you. I shouldn't. Anyway. Let's get back to the medallions. Okay. I'm sorry about that, man. So here, what is that?
It's a math spiral. Basically, you find the counties. You go to the battleground states. You find the certain counties. There's all kinds of numbers you're putting in here. You're putting how many, you find the average of.
What's in the circle? Is that an embryo or something?
Yeah, it came to me also. It was the same dream, but have you ever seen those? I think they're dragonflies or something. Like if you're ever out at a lake and you see them, they're always connected together and it's like, are they doing it or something? But one of those came to me and that's a baby one of those.
I see. You're just bringing me back, man, because
you probably saw a bunch of those down there, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh my God! And I can remember as a kid, Stefan. Honestly, I could never. I don't feel like he ever really loved me. God rest his soul.
Well, you don't know that, and that was your full.
Well, I couldn't fish. Like
did you try?
Kid. You better believe I did. I wanted to impress him. It's my, it's like my mom's husband. It's my new stepdad.
What was going wrong? Why couldn't you?
Well, because I just, when I would pull the fish up, I didn't like killing the fish, and I would cry and.
Well, they shouldn't have put you in that position, Duncan. It's all messed up. The more I hear about this, it all is messed up. They shouldn't have put you in that position. You're a little boy.
Oh, and I was 23.
Oh yeah. Wait, so there was a 20-year age difference. What was that, a half brother or that was
No, it's just it was just his kid.
Okay. I see. Well, still, even at 23, it's like if you don't want to fish, you shouldn't be forced to fish. I don't think.
I hated it, honestly. He would get me up so early in the fucking morning, and I hated that because, I was taking a break, just
Yeah, you're probably trying to sleep in.
Yeah, I just wanted to sleep, and it's like it's so peaceful out there, I just wanted to sleep, and he had a crossbow, and he just hit me in the stomach with a crossbow. That's how I'd wake up.
Well, like the butt of the crossbow?
Yeah.
Gosh.
I know. And I would it's the worst. He'd be like, get on out of here, in the boat. And you won't work if you live in the bayou.
Mm-hmm.
And
he gets you in the stomach area because that doesn't show the bruises. If he got you in the head or the arms or something, it'd show bruises.
Oh.
So he knew what he was doing.
Oh, my God. Yeah, but it didn't matter. I mean, because, I called the cops on him once, when he did it really hard. I called the cops. The fucking Bayou cops come up.
Yeah.
And I showed them where he'd hit me with a crossbow, and they laughed. They said shit like, you're in your fucking 20s. You should have a job. What are you doing? You're a parasite. And so, anyway, he took me, I just remember the dragonflies were something that I found to be really soothing up until, I accidentally, we pulled in a fish. He was calling me you're a pussy of the bayou. And I don't know what happened, man. I just fell backwards because this fish is flopping, and I don't like the way they look or feel. And I fell into the crossbow, and I disengaged the arrow accidentally, and it went through his neck. And he died in the boat.
So what happens? It's like it goes through his neck, or it's still stuck in his neck, or is there just blood kind of streaming down? He looks at you for a second and then falls over, or what does he even do?
It went right through the neck, and there's just this awful wound in his neck, blood gouting out. It severed the femoral artery. I don't remember.
So probably for a little bit he knew what was going on.
He was
he's probably all scared and
he held
just
his
bleeding
neck,
and
"You'll kill me."
Yeah.
Accuse me of doing it on purpose, which I would never. I mean,
it sounds like you didn't like the guy, but you wouldn't have tried to kill him.
I hated him with every atom of my body. I hated him. I hated him for trying to replace my dad. I hated him for beating me.
But you didn't kill him on purpose.
No, I did not.
Seriously, that's an accident.
It was a total accident. But this is the thing. Again, another thing Zydeco ruined for me, and dragonflies, because I remember just watching. I guess dragonflies are attracted to blood, and they just descended. They just it was like watching bees go into a hive. They just went into that hole.
And what are you just kind of laying in the boat? I'm picturing it being like the talented Mr. Ripley, where he kills the guy on the boat and then he's just laying next to his body as the boat's just floating out in the water.
Hell. I'm laying in the boat screaming. I'm covered in blood. A fish is flopping against me, and I hate the way they're very slimy, and I hated the way and the smell of fish.
They can make you sick too.
They can make you sick, and it got into my mouth, it slid kind of through my mouth, and then he of course released his bowels, and so the smell of the fish and the sound of the dragonflies burrowing into his neck.
That's a lot. How are you feeling?
I have to throw up. Excuse me. Just cut it. Here we go, pals. It's another Thanksgiving, Christmas thing, whatever your thing is. You're about to get sucked into a time vortex, baby. You're going to be packing bags, unpacking bags, forgetting diapers. You're going to be on planes. You're going to be using hand sanitizer. You're going to be at dinner tables. You're going to smell your uncle's farts. And it's going to be a whirlwind. It's going to be a whirlwind of booze and arguments and love and joy and giving and taking. That means you're not going to even think about your vitamins. You don't have time. How are you going to do that? You're really going to think about your vitamins? You got to get to the airport 2 hours earlier because you got a bunch of kids. You're really going to think about your vitamins at 4 a.m.? You're not going to eat. What are you going to You're going to eat? You're going to make yourself a big breakfast when you're trying to get a bunch of kids to the airport? No. You're going to skip the meal. You're going to think, well, they'll probably have food on the plane, but they won't. No time for supplements anymore anyway. We all know time is speeding up as we approach the singularity. Days or minutes now, months or days. I don't know the exact way it's coming out, but we're moving quick, which is why I love AG1. I don't have to worry about a bunch of pills, a bunch of supplements, a bunch of vitamins. I just take AG1 and I put that sweet powder into my glass of cold water in the morning. Easy to remember. And I pour that vitamin-rich glory juice right down the old pipes and into my guts, or my gut biome dances like farmers in a field where a drought has been happening for months and it finally rains after they sacrificed the child. I don't mean a literal child. The main thing is when I drink AG1, I feel great and it's easy. Those are the two main points. It makes me feel better. I feel less bloated. I got more energy and it's easy. For someone like me, I need easy things. I live in a vortex of children and I just don't have time to organize vitamins. And that's what I love about it. There's so many good things about AG1. You are going to get so many vitamins, adaptogens, prebiotics, probiotics. And honestly, this is all magical words to me. What I know is my body feels better when I'm drinking it. That's why I drink it every day. So this holiday season, try AG1 yourself or even gift it to someone special. It's the perfect time to focus on supporting your body with an easy and surprisingly delicious daily health drink. And that's why I've been partnering with AG1 for so long. Every week of November, AG1 will be running a special Black Friday offer for a free gift with your first subscription, in addition to the welcome kit with vitamin D3 and K2. So make sure to check out drinkag1.com/Duncan to see what gift you can get this week. That's drinkag1.com/Duncan to start your holiday season off on a healthier note while supplies last. Thank you, AG1.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Gosh.
Let's just pick it. Josh, I will clean that up after we finish up with William, okay?
Appreciate it.
Sorry about that. Let's pick it back up.
Yeah, I'm so
Can we
sorry
not- it's
that it
okay,
had
man.
to get into the freaking Bayou talk.
Listen.
I swear that was not my intention.
Water under the bridge.
Okay.
So,
But yeah, with the mass spiral, so again, you go to these states where you don't know exactly, the battleground states. You go to a battleground state, you end up typing, it's a little, essentially, I guess I can call it a program where I type in
okay.
average, family size, average.
So just some kind of
demographics.
some way of analyzing just basic publicly
Yes.
available data.
Yes.
And you did
it's all
this.
public available.
So you have done this.
I have
for
done it.
Every state.
I've done it for every state. It took me the past week. I've been able to work hard on it on the weekends, but it took me the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Jesus.
I started doing it, September, October, end of September, something like that.
This is crazy. So it's crazy to imagine that you are simultaneously writing brand new jokes for Kill Tony every fucking week, and you're
in doing this, it's a
cracking-
passion project.
It sounds like an obsession.
Well, ever since my sweet grandfather died, it's like I gotta keep the torch going. I gotta
love
keep
it.
it moving.
I love
He was
it.
able to predict most most presidential elections in the 1900s. So I'm gonna.
I do want to say
going.
this: if this is a troll that you're doing to be,
I promise it's
you
not.
have
Duncan.
done an incredible job.
I studied political science at college. It's always been something I've been very interested in.
How does that work? What is political science? What do you look at politics
It was
under
a
a microscope?
lot of kind of a funny name because there's no science to politics, but it was just I don't know, learning about the different. I can't even remember now.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's I'll tell you, that's scam science. You got sucked in. I bet you have huge student loans.
Giant student loan debt. Talking a couple 100,000.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, you talked about. Now I want to throw up a little bit when I think about that.
What
I
the
got scammed into going to. I got scammed into going to a big state school, and then I got scammed into. I study political science. I'm immediately going to become a lawyer. It was all just a giant scam.
You never considered politics yourself?
No, not ever since I had to. Once I got underwater in debt. It's now the goal became it went away from politics into how do I stay afloat?
Right.
How do I survive?
I think a lot of people are feeling that right now.
How am I surviving in this climate?
Yes.
I have to figure out using the medallions. I have to figure out who is going to win, and then I have to analyze if the winner is ultimately going to be a good thing for me or a bad thing for me.
Well, I mean, I think like if you like look at it in a completely just Machiavellian way. If you could accurately predict who the president was going to be, based on just who the president's going to be, it changes the markets. Like certain markets go up. Like for example, if Kamala Harris becomes president, then there's going to be I'm sure some markets will go up. I'm not sure what. And then
for sure, if Trump wins, I think the
Bitcoin
bond market is supposed to go down. Bitcoin would go
bond
up.
market down. Bitcoin is supposedly going to go up because they're going to embrace crypto. Josh, if Kamala becomes president, what can we expect from the economy? Like what would go up?
Private prisons.
So like if Kamala goes up, you could invest in private prisons and stuff like that, which my friend runs one.
So that could be some good.
Oh,
we could figure that out depending on who wins.
For a Harris victory because he, and like man, again, if you just look at things like purely from a Machiavellian perspective, there is a lot of money in private prisons, and they don't cost that much to open up. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think it costs more. Weirdly enough, I've read it costs more to open up a 300-room Ramada Inn.
Oh, way more
versus a private prison, which is shocking to me.
Costs more to open a Burger King.
Which that honestly doesn't surprise me because it's like, how are they even making those burgers with the flame broiled? I'm sure that machine they got, that has to be a pretty penny, whatever they're using.
Well, I'm not going to name names because I haven't. He has often said, "Don't mention my name on the podcast." But, so his plan is so fascinating to me, and I'm honestly this conversation is actually going to affect sort of where I put my money.
Okay.
He wants me to invest because he wants to start a franchise private prison chain, meaning basically like just the model that McDonald's has or any of these things. You can sort of start your own franchise. You put up the money, you find the place, and that's it. They send you all the supplies, everything you need. So,
Damn.
So yeah, so basically this is like, he calls them prison is the name of it. And that sounds dumb. That's the name of his prison. So prison.
Prism.
Prison.
Oh,
It's just
prison. Like you're going to prison.
It's prison 2X. So I don't know.
Okay.
And I think he calls it that because it's like, it's a franchise, duplicating. So basically, you invest like X amount of money. You have to find a prison, and there's so many out there, by the way. Like there's a lot of empty prisons out there. Or, you could find some land. Churches are really good if you want to do like a county jail because
interesting.
So yeah, you could do massive
all
prison if you can find the land, but if you just can find there's a lot of churches that are abandoned now, perfect for prisons. So they're easy to convert into prisons. So yeah, basically like you invest X amount of money, they send you the bars, they send you like everything you need.
So you don't have to try to figure out how to melt metal or whatever and literally come up with
forge.
prison. Oh, okay, a forge. So you
don't
don't have to
you don't
worry
need a
about
forge.
that. They're sending you the bars to make the doors and
Right.
the windows.
And that's very expensive, and that's why a lot of the like federal prisons and modern prisons that aren't the public prisons, it takes a long time to build it because you have to find like a legion of blacksmiths, and they have to forge the metal and all that shit, and then like
yeah, I could only
takes
imagine.
forever. This is like cut and paste. Like he will send you the bars, he will send you everything. He will connect you with local state agencies because prisons are overflowing. So when you have one of these built, and you're like, hey, I've got room for X amount of prisoners, they will send you that many prisoners right away. It's like doesn't even take certification or anything. The bus pulls up, they put a lot of prisoners in your prison.
Will they help you figure out people to come work for you? I mean, you're going to
Yep.
have to find some good guards probably.
Yeah, they will help you find local area prison guards. There's a lot of prison guards out there, and a lot of prison guards are sick of working in the overpopulated prisons. And so to get a chance to work at just like a normal prison, you can choose what security you want, minimum, maximum, everything. Like you don't have to do anything other than put some money up front. But because you make a lot of money per prisoner. So like an average prisoner per day, do you know how much it costs to keep them fed, clothed, showered, alive?
Like $70.
Less.
Just an average prisoner. What in the private ones you're talking about, or just a public one?
In any prison, do you know how much?
$30, $20, $10,
Keep going down.
$5. $5.
It costs $5 a day to keep a prisoner fed, bathed, and alive. It doesn't take much to keep a person alive.
That's not very expensive. Yeah, I thought maybe it'd be a little more or something. That's not a lot. That's not bad. Not bad numbers.
Okay,
there.
now, how much does the state give you per prison? Or
Were they giving you 50?
Josh, pull it up. How much per day for keeping a prisoner on average alive? Look at this. And then you do the math.
$107 a day.
So you are looking at a $95 per day profit per prisoner. And
So you
guess
can
how
make
many,
$100 a day
and you
on
can-
each prisoner.
You can fit 50 prisoners in a church, in a refurbished prison church.
So that's how much a month.
Let's do the math. Let's add that up.
So 50
Times 100?
Yeah, 50 times 100.
50 times 100 times 30.
So yeah, let's see. I mean, that may be, gosh, maybe I'll get into.
Well, it depends on who gets elected.
Okay. So again, if he's wanting Kamala,
What is that math?
Then he
What's
wants-
that work out to? Just so
150,000.
a month. A month.
A month.
A month.
A month.
150K a month.
A month.
Well,
And it gets better.
huh?
You, because of like, depending on the state you're in, you can make your prisoners go work at McDonald's. Can you look up prisoners working at McDonald's? Now check this out. We're talking 150K. This is 150K net a month, and you don't have to pay taxes on prisons. Now, see, McDonald's is hiring inmates.
So then he can also get whatever they're making at the McDonald's.
This is where it gets beautiful.
Whoa,
Wait, this is
wow.
where it gets really beautiful. Guess who he's partnered with? Ronald McDonald.
Oh, Ronald McDonald. So the kids will like it.
So yes. So no, you can not just invest in a prison. You can simultaneously invest in your own McDonald's.
What?
And get it? So
Yeah.
So you take your prisoners. They have to work at your McDonald's because there's prisoners. You only have to pay them $1 a day, an hour or something. Very cheap.
Whoa.
And they can't call in sick.
Yeah, right.
Right? Because you know
Right.
they can't lie. They come from your prison.
Yeah.
So you open up a McDonald's. So these, and it gets even better. Guess from the garbage cans at the end of the day, you collect all of the food and stuff, guess what you do with that food?
Oh, and then you feed it to the prisoners.
Now,
Oh my gosh.
bingo.
That's so interesting. Well, he better hope Kamala wins.
Dude, he's like, it's very tight right now. So he's definitely freaking out because he's worried if Kamala doesn't win, that there won't be the same subsidies and stuff for private prisons. So, again, this is real world implications of being able to predict who will be the next president. But let's keep looking at these medallions.
The price actually went down. They get paid now 50 cents per day.
Yep, 50 cents per day.
Wow.
Yeah. No, is that true? It's again, it's state to state. I don't want to give people the wrong
It's
idea.
Alabama.
And again, friends, I would not think about investing. If you believe William Montgomery, the comedian, can actually predict presidential elections, then I guess based on this, you can make a choice regarding if
For
you want
sure.
to
And
invest
again,
in
my
a-
history kind of speaks for itself. I'm 3-0. I'm trying
Okay,
to
but
go
there's
4-0.
nothing online. I looked up. There's nowhere I've seen you say or predict anything.
Oh, right. I don't need that scrutiny.
That is
People are
times-
going to come out of the
But,
woodworks, Duncan. I don't
again,
need that.
Timestamp. Can you see that, Josh? The date on there?
Not
We are
really.
time stamping this.
Right. Just so people know, because again, I want to be
Let me focus
4-0.
on it.
Timestamp.
It won't focus. It's too close.
Hold on.
Because again, people need to know
Timestamp.
that I'm going to be 4-0. I mean, really.
Timestamp, baby!
Yeah, so we need a timestamp, and thank the Lord we happen to have that laying around.
There we go.
Okay, that's the timestamp for showing when we are right now.
Okay, so now this one is really interesting to me. Tell me what this medallion is. This is a final medallion.
So essentially what this one is, and this is one that really, again, with the internet being as popular as ever, with pornography sites, for better or worse, being
Yes.
as popular as ever, it's a new metric that I think in the future I'm going to be able to get my medallions down to, because again, one of them, the second one with the month, that
Seems-
can be too heavily
So
scrutinized.
you think you can go down to 4 medallions?
I think I could go down to 4 with this one leading the way. Now, this is a cuck porn proximity ratio. And for
Okay.
those that don't know what the cuck porn is, essentially what it does, you turn on your computer or just look on your phone or what have you, go to whatever website, whatever, and then you click on that. And basically what you're seeing in something like this is,
Like I could Google like cuck porn and find
yeah,
it.
something probably would come up. But
Okay.
essentially what it is there's 3 people at least, but around on average 3 people in the bedroom, and it is maybe, let's say, a male and a female on a bed or something.
Yep.
And they're doing it, and then there's somebody else, a male, normally another male, who
Okay.
is sitting in there like in a chair or maybe
Just
standing
watching?
up, just watching. Now, again, he could be standing up. He could be sitting down. It doesn't really matter the location of the person, but as long as there's somebody else watching the two,
but not interacting.
but not interacting. Well, they can say some stuff, but there's no contact. They're
No
not allowed to make
contact.
contact.
Okay.
No contact.
But what is cuck? Can you look up Google cuck? What does that mean? Friends, Santa Claus is coming, and you could be coming a lot more. Today's episode of the DTFH has been brought to you by Load Boost. Yeah, you heard it right. Load Boost. VB Health has given us something incredible. It's magic, and I've tested it on myself for you, my dear listeners. I don't want you to buy snake oil. I want you to have big, fat blasters this holiday season. I want you to experience Load Load Boost. You know what? When you do the test, this is what I would advise. Have some Kleenex close by. It's not like you're going to maybe a towel. Because when you take Load Boost, It boosts your loads, bottom line. What they say is exactly what it does. It's a supplement that works, and wow, it actually works. You got to try it. Visit loadboost.com and use code Duncan for 10% off, or click the link in the episode description. That's loadboost.com. Use code Duncan for 10%. Again, it's loadboost.com. We can't show this, obviously, but only because I don't watch porn. Can you pull up? I'm just a little confused about what cuck porn is. Do you mind pulling something up so we can watch it real quick?
Yeah.
And friends, we can obviously not show this. Okay, so Pornhub, this would be a pornography website.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I don't think you can watch in Texas.
Yeah, I don't have my VPN on.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably good. So just to be clear on it again, just describe, maybe in some detail, describe like a typical scene.
So again, the camera starts, a lot of the times I've seen it, not that I've seen it a lot, but the times I've seen it, maybe the cameraman, he's walking through maybe the front door, the bedroom door, and then it's just maybe a man and a woman having sexual contact.
What kind?
It just all depends. I mean, it can be penetrative sex. It could be
like fellatio.
It could be all kinds of stuff. And then the camera will pan to the person sitting in a chair or standing up around it or whatever. And sometimes they're smiling, but other times they're not.
Well, describe the woman.
Ooh, well, I mean, a lot of the times she might have big bosoms or something. And
so like a large bosom.
Yeah, maybe she has big bosoms a lot of the time, and then sometimes maybe it's like has a shirt or something, and then it gets ripped off, and then you can see the bosoms, and then
what about
maybe
the
they start kissing a little, yeah, and sometimes they have real small nipples.
So small nipples, a big bosom,
real big bosom, real small nipples,
and
sometimes they're wearing something that maybe it gets pulled off.
Does the man kiss the bosoms?
Yeah, a little bit of kissing. Every now and again, it can be a little bit of kissing, and what I've gathered, it's almost like you're trying to get milk out of them or something.
Oh,
it's almost like
nursing, like a big nursing baby.
Yeah, like we all did as a baby or whatever. Yeah,
right.
We all kind of drank from them, I guess, growing up. But it's kind of like they're replaying that, and then it'll show the guy again, and maybe he's looking a little more, and I think he's thinking, wait, what's he doing with my wife here? But he's kind of a weird person, so he kind of likes it. It kind of hurts him, I think it kind of hurts him a little bit,
so
but he
he's getting
likes
into
the hurt.
Watching.
He's getting into watching
he likes
it.
the pain of watching the bosoms of his wife. He's not enjoying, but is enjoying a man nursing.
In a sick way. He's loving watching some other guy
It makes him excited.
Makes him very excited in weird ways that he can't always describe. And again, sometimes you need to explore those things because it's maybe not always healthy.
What is that called again? That is cuck.
Yes. So that is cuck. So that's what that is. And then again, it's just been so interesting during my analysis. It seems like, for whatever reason, the states that the majority of the pornography that they're watching, searching for, what have you, whomever the presidential candidate,
like whoever they're going to vote for,
whoever they're voting for as a whole.
So you got there's states that lean left, there's states that lean right, there's red states, blue states. So you're saying you can go through each state, red, blue, whatever, and then find out what porn they're watching, what on average the most porn, what kind of porn they're watching is.
Yep.
And if like the majority of those states are watching this cuckold
if it happens to be the cuck porn, then it's not going.
That doesn't look good for the candidate.
No, it doesn't look good for the candidate that they're voting for in that state.
Okay, I got you. So let me just run through some states then, and Okay, what's typically Texas? Let's start here. It's a red state. It generally leans to the red. So, what kind of porn on average are Texans watching?
What I found over the past year, and what I have found, and I got to keep on tweaking these numbers, but if you even go from the date of the election date just a year back, you can, even if a year point of time is the only time frame I found you'd needed. And for Texas the past year, it was BBW.
What does that mean?
Big, beautiful woman. So it's like we're talking, if it's that scene on the bed or whatever, let's say the girl takes her top off and it's like real big bosoms.
Okay, so like a larger,
We're talking
or like a
big women.
A plus size lady.
Yes, we're talking, if it's that scene on the bed, like the girl does her shirt off, like rips the shirt off or whatever, and we're talking big.
In that video,
big
do they show her
bosoms.
bottom?
Yeah, normally it is like it's a big looking thing.
Like, how would you describe it?
Oh man, like sometimes if you ever, well, I don't know. It's
Like
like
a marshmallow?
yeah, maybe like if you can picture if you have the marshmallows, the big kind that you like, that anybody likes to use for s'mores or whatever, if you put two of those together,
Yeah.
and then you can picture that maybe you're looking at what you're looking at from like a really great distance. Yes, sometimes the butt crack, it can look like two of the marshmallows together. It's like just kind of a slit.
Wow.
Yes, the butt cracks can be real slitty looking if the woman is big enough, because then your body just gets so big that, again, if you see a bit, that's why I think a lot of the times that people tell the big women not to. I don't want to see behind you.
What is this called?
BBW.
Can you write that down, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, BBW.
So, okay. Texas.
So that was Texas.
red state.
Yes.
Okay, so let's think of a typically blue state. California. We both have lived there. California trends blue.
Yes.
So, okay, what kind of porn is California into?
So this year, the past year, it's weird. It's a kind of a tie. And again, the more years I do this, the more I'll know kind of what a tie, or if it's really close, means. But in California, they did have the cuckolding one up there, and it was also something called scat.
Scat.
Which is, we're not talking about a scat back. We're not talking about those fast cars. We're talking about somebody, let's say it's the scene in the bedroom and the person taking the shirt off, and then it's somebody has to go number two.
It's like she's saying, get out of here.
Yes.
Scat, leave my room.
Well, saying that as number two's coming out.
Oh.
So it's something that I don't know, it's real.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So that was
Write
California
down,
this year.
Josh.
Got it.
Scat.
SCAT.
Okay, so all right, let's jump. I'm just trying to think of, like, we did a blue state. Okay, let me think of a red state. Florida.
Florida hand jobs, specifically at a massage parlor.
Okay.
Masseuse hand jobs.
I know what that is. All right, so let's go to another blue state. New York.
Those are cuckolding.
Are you serious?
Really.
So this is not like based on, and you've gone through all the states to look
And
at.
weirdly enough, Pennsylvania, that's one that's a big battleground when I have found that it is not, it is a, it's like just it's like MMF or so. It's
What is that?
Or it's like a threesome.
Threesomes.
So it's not cuckolding.
It's not but now that's interesting because
Again, Pennsylvania is a big battleground, so that's what I'm really looking at.
Blue wall. They're
Yes.
calling that the blue wall. That's
So
part
I'm
of the blue wall.
calling that, looking at what the porn is, that no, it's actually not.
You're saying Pennsylvania will go Trump.
Correct. And and this is solely from using my medallions.
He will
but
flip
specifically,
Pennsylvania.
yes, specifically looking at the pornography.
No.
I'm calling it.
Pennsylvania is it. Can you look up with Biden? Where did Pennsylvania go? I think Pennsylvania is a blue state. I don't think it goes.
Well, I'm calling it, Duncan. And again,
You're
it'll
calling
be
it based on what?
my medallions.
Threesome porn?
Well, we'll see. Again, it's so interesting. It'll be so fun to see what ultimately happens, because we'll see if I'm correct or not.
Let's see. Did it go? I can't tell. He won it.
Oh, it looks like what? Oh, okay. So he won it this past.
I think he won Pennsylvania. Or did he?
In 2020.
Yeah, 2020 Pennsylvania presidential results.
Well, regardless, I'm saying yes.
Okay,
Pennsylvania, I'm calling Pennsylvania just from looking at the porn.
Yeah, okay, you don't have to look it up, whatever. So, okay, now, this is where the rubber hits the road, so to speak. You have predicted, with like real specifically, who's going to win the next election. Can we pull that up?
I'd say what I'm
Okay, here we
at.
have, look. So here is you're saying this
Here's my path to
who's going to
victory.
win? First of all, who's going to win?
Donald Trump will win the 2024 presidential election. That is my call. Again, not being political, not saying that's a good or bad thing. I'm just calling that is my call.
Nonpartisan. You're just saying based on these medallions, Donald Trump is going to win.
Based on the medallion, specifically the Cuck medallion, my, again, prediction is Georgia, North Carolina, and again, Pennsylvania.
So you're saying that so these are like all states that these are battleground states. If Trump wins those, he's going to get the electoral college vote.
Correct. These are, in my opinion, the key battleground states. There's some other ones, but these are key for me. Georgia, guess what the porn was?
Can't imagine what.
It was, Georgia was like a blowjob in car from Boss or something.
What?
So it was not, yes. So it was not cuckolding.
Not
So
cuckolding.
again, Georgia, I'm calling it. North Carolina.
That's my home state, baby.
I know. Another one, again, big battleground. That one is some like voyeur thing where it's like
peeping.
people. So kind of maybe a little similar, but not. It's not. So I'm calling.
Well, let me just add. That's interesting because, in North Carolina, growing up in North Carolina, peeping is like sort of less frowned upon.
Yeah, you're probably out in the woods a lot of the time.
Window, woods, whatever it is. Like it was very common growing up in North Carolina to look out the window and there's a peeper. And, it would be annoying sometimes. It just depends. But a lot of times, you would just be like, get out of here. And they'd split. Or once my mom invited the peeper in. She had a peeper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that.
Oh my gosh!
That became that's how she met my stepdad.
It's a kind of full circle. I did not
Isn't that wild?
even realize that kind of backstory.
Well, again, it's a tragic story, but I do think it's I think there's something romantic about it. And I know these days a lot of people are feeling lonely out there, and you just never know. Right around the corner could be your husband, your wife, your lover. And in this case, it was at my mom's window.
Yeah.
The bathroom window.
Stranger things have happened.
That's true, yeah. So that's interesting. So that makes sense. North Carolina peeping and Pennsylvania. So these are all non-cuck porns. You're saying
correct. So I'm saying because of that analysis I've made that those are going to be Trump, and due to that,
well, okay, and then
I'm calling it Trump one.
Okay, and you have gotten real specific. Let's pull up the actual numbers that you sent me.
Yeah.
So you're saying,
okay.
So this is electoral votes. Harris is going to win, or no, Trump will get 292 electoral votes.
And nobody's saying that right now. Again, let's just be clear.
One is saying that.
Nobody's saying that.
No one is saying that.
Nobody's
all
saying
I'm reading is that it is neck and neck. It is so tight. We have I saw an analysis saying this is of all the presidential races, this is the most difficult to predict. And that dude, Lichtman, do you know who that is? He's actually, I guess, a competitor of yours.
Yeah.
If this is true.
Yes.
He's got 13 keys to.
He has 13, and I'm going to say about Lichtman, too many keys, dumbass. Wow. I mean, honestly, that's what I'm going to say about Lichtman.
Wow.
Too many keys, idiot.
Can we pull up Lichtman just so people know what we're talking about here?
Yeah, too many keys, dumbass. So let's see how your prediction is. I'll put, I don't know.
Alan Lichtman.
I'd bet $1,000 right now if he would talk to my ass, but he looks scary.
Okay, so this is Alan Lichtman.
This is Alan Lichtman. This man, again, has...
Is it Lichtman or Lichtman?
licked my butt is what I say sometimes when I'm talking about him, because it's like, dude, lick my butt. I have my medallions. It's a lot less than your whatever you're calling them. You have what? He
Keys.
has 15 keys.
13 keys or
13
something.
keys. It's too many, man. So
do you ever do you talk to him?
every now and again, it's kind of like what I picture. I don't know, maybe like Michael Jordan and maybe like who's the mailman? What was that guy's name?
Karl Malone.
Yeah, I picture it being like a Michael Jordan, Karl Malone when they were like against each other in the NBA playoffs. And it was so like maybe a healthy rivalry. I picture it being kind of like a healthy rivalry, but I can't stand him because I don't think he's right. Yeah, I don't think he's right. And I think I'm going to.
He's been right every time. He's literally predicted he always is right.
Well, we'll see. I predicted all the ones I've ever done. I'm 3-0, and
but
I'm
no
about to
one
be
has seen
4-0.
that. Lickman, everyone is like over and over and over again completely predicts.
Well, this is the first official one that I'm versus
'Cause
Lichtman.
he's
so
saying
we'll
Harris.
see.
He's saying
and
Harris.
I'm saying Trump. So this is the first Montgomery Lichtman head to head. So it will
Wow.
be very interesting to see what happens. The guy's a fool. He's not correct.
Okay.
And I'm going to prove it because I'm calling it right now that Trump wins.
Listen, I don't want to you are my friend. I think you're incredible, but I would like to wager with you regarding your predictions. I'm just curious to see because I kind of feel like this is how I know you're trolling me.
You want me to put my money where my mouth is? Is that what we're getting at, or what are we getting
I
at
want
here?
to bet you $5,000
Okay.
that Lichtman is correct and that Harris is going to win and become our next president. I want to bet you $5,000.
Okay, well, I will bet you 5,000 that Trump is going to win due to my analysis of the medallions.
Okay. Boom.
Uh-oh.
That's the easiest
Okay.
$5,000 I've ever made in my life.
We'll see. Again, everybody's
We will
calling
see.
Kamala right now. Everybody.
Everyone is. And it feels unfair. I feel like, okay, I don't think you're trolling anymore.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, that's how much I believe.
I think your medallions are ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous to imagine that you can predict who's going to be the president by what porn people who are voting for them look at.
It's the future, Duncan. We're in the age of the internet, and I think we can extrapolate a lot from seeing people's habits on the internet, and that is my wager. And we made literally a wager. So
all right,
we'll
friends.
see.
We only a few weeks away from DT making $5K off WM here. No offense.
We'll see. Again, I stand behind my medallions.
Thank you for coming on the show, William.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me.
Good luck.
Good luck to you.
Well, you need luck. Good luck.
Good luck to you.
Better good luck to you than because I don't think I really need luck. I have Lichtman's keys, and he's just been right every time.
We'll see. It's exciting.
It's exciting. All right. See you next time, William.
Bye.
That was William Montgomery, everybody. Looks like I'm going to be making some sweet dough in November, and you should invest in a private prison if Lichtman is correct. Thank you so much for watching. A big thank you to our sponsors, and I will see you next week.